Hey guys, welcome back to Mystical Butterfly 77, or welcome. Thank you for being here and for joining me today in this video. I think I'm going to do a pick a card, or just say a pick a crystal. So the first pile is going to be this clear quartz point. Then we're going to have this spiderweb jasper, pile 2. And for pile 3, I have an amethyst quartz. An amethyst point. I think it's like a high altitude amethyst. Not sure. Anyways, so for pile 1, let's see. This is a reading about essentially a reading from your future self. So we're gonna shuffle and see what your future self wants you to know. So I'm gonna shuffle here. Pardon this setup for right now. I guess it's what's working until I figure something else out. I know I feel like a broken record keeps saying that, but just saying, life happens. Alright, so pile 1, messages from their future self. So we have the world. To me, this is like, I'm hearing like things coming to fruition, like to keep going, to notice the cycles, to notice your cycles with this world card, to find joy in the cycles of your life. So in the cycles of your life, that can be like your daily routines, like what you strive for, your goals. Let's see, so what does that have for pile 1 from their future self? The 8 of Cups in reverse. This to me feels like almost like walking, or not walk, like, because you know, like the traditional meaning of the eight of cups is walking away in the upright, but being in the reverse and also with the imagery, this makes me feel like you walked away from something and left it illuminated, almost like you're able to illuminate situations, and just like you're able to help people find like their own inner conclusions, if that makes any sense. Let's get some messages from the ancestors and angels and ancestors, I should say. Step by Kyle Gray, I love this one. So message from pile 1's higher future self. I keep saying higher self. So future self, higher self. Maybe they're one and the same. So I have the she-wolf, unleash the wild within. So I feel like this is like really allowing yourself to howl at the moon, to be silly, to bask in how joyful and playful and creative you are, because I feel like you're a very creative soul. I think that you suppress yourself a lot because you would rather put others' needs ahead of yours, and it's almost like it's time for you to open your eyes, and really see things for how they are. Because it's like, I feel like in this card with her eyes closed, she's like feeling her world, and it's like that's necessary, but also open your eyes, because you also have, like, you're also protected, so you have your eyes open even when they're closed, and they're closed even when they're open, if that makes any sense. It's like, it's almost like, yeah, like you have, like, your team backing you up, your pack. And so it's okay to close your eyes, or it's okay to open your eyes and, like, really see things, and kind of, it's just talking about, like, the balance between introspection and then, like, looking at everything else. Okay, so another card for pile 1 from their future self. I was going to say higher/future self because, geez Louise, lemon squeeze. Winter, take care of your needs. So this is definitely talking about, and I'm pretty sure I was talking about putting others first. This is like, stop putting others first, and really, and here's the wolf symbolism twice. You have a pack looking out for you, and you're probably the leader of the pack, and it's like, this is why you need to take care of your needs, because the leader of the pack is supposed to ensure the well-being of everyone else within their pack. And so it's like really taking care of your own needs, so that, and like really doing it. This is why I'm talking about, like, the balancing of, like, having the introspection and thinking about, okay, I should really do this, I have to do this, and then actually following through with the actual actions of taking care of yourself, taking care of your needs, not neglecting yourself. I'm getting with that break ancestral patterns here, like maybe like you witness a lot of poor self-care or self-neglect, and so it's like that's what you learned, or like what was modeled, and so it's like a need to really like break that by taking care of your own self and really doing those things. Let's see, any other, intend and create. This is just repeating what I just said. With the high priest, also, you're highly intuitive, highly psychic. You have clairs, you're gifted. We all are gifted in our own ways, but I feel like you have an uncanny ability to manifest things into your life, and so with this intend and create, again, this is kind of just reiterating, make plans to improve, like taking care of your own needs and putting yourself first rather than second, or maybe even third or last, because that was what was modeled to you. And so this is like a need to break that ancestral pattern. So I'm going to get a message from the light priestesses to see any other messages from, deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. So with this big hat, I'm also feeling like you have such huge wisdom and almost like an antenna for knowledge, and especially like it says like I thought it said something else, but it says past life influences and unknown feelings. So it's like not being afraid to dive into the waters and the depths of your emotions to really get to the root of why current issues in your life are there. Like why maybe some patterns or ways of thinking or behaviors, or like ways of being in like relationship dynamics. With this past life influences, this definitely leads me to believe that there's like a need for more shadow work where it's deeper and really getting to the root cause, and like almost like imagine like your mind is filled with a bunch of boxes of like traumas and like suppressed feelings and memories and emotions, and it's like the ones that have gathered so much dust they're totally forgotten about in the back corner. Those are what you have to get to really be able to move forward and find like the key to being able to move past this hurdle that it seems like you keep tripping over. Like imagine like, running over in a race and having to jump over the hurdles like in track and field, and it's like it's the same one because you're not looking at the actual root of it all. But like, so I'm getting here with opening the heart, true love, compassion, tenderness, deep connections, water blessings. So with these cards, giraffes could be symbolic for you in any way, shape, or form. And then this is number 11, so 11 could be an important number as well. This is just very like beautiful energy right now. But opening the heart, deep emotions, this is definitely about healing the heart space. I think like this is just, I feel like I'm getting this like real heavy. It's just like need to heal the heart space, doing water cleansings. Here it says water blessings, you know what I mean? It's just like, taking spiritual baths routinely. So whether that be once a month, once a week, however often you feel like you need to do it, just make it a routine. And I believe I was talking about like, routine in the beginning. I feel like I was talking about routine in the beginning. So it's about really doing this and deepening your connection to spirit and to your higher self and to like yourself, because I feel like you're I don't want to say highly disconnected, but there is a disconnection between yourself and like your heart self, which usually is just there from ego defenses. And with tenderness, true love, and compassion, I think that this is like what you exude. I think that you're a very compassionate person, and that that you show people what love actually can look like and what healthy love should be, or not. I don't want to use should. Should is not a good word to be using. What healthy love can look like, or like, what setting boundaries is, what communicating, what working on yourself is, what navigating relationships are like, because that's hard, and it takes a lot of love and compassion and tenderness to be able to foster these long-lasting relationships. So I'm going to pull a final card for you guys, and this is what you're currently manifesting, or like this is supposed to be intended for what you're currently subconsciously or consciously manifesting into your life. All right, so for pile 1, let's see. Achievement, winning the award, the accolades, or contract. So you're manifesting, or looking to manifest achieving your goals, landing a job promotion, a new job, a new career, a contract of some sort, or like winning a case or something like that, or getting recognized for your hard work. Any others? All right, so let me know if you liked your pile, if it resonated. Leave me a big nice thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel get some more views, and really helps push the algorithm up, because I'm super small, and I'm really trying to make this something regular. So yeah, so leave me a big thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. As always, thanking the ancestors, the Holy Spirit, God, Jesus, the Most High, the universe, all the gods, and our highest self for these messages. Thanks, and see you in the next one. Alright, so for pile 2, the spiderweb Jasper. So what are some messages from your higher / future self for pile 2, the spiderweb Jasper? Let's see what tarot has to say. Alright, that's a big pile. I think I'm just gonna take all those cards and read the one that fell and move on to the oracles after that. Excuse me. Okay, so, did I miss one? I missed 2. You guys have a lot going on, I see. I see why you picked the spiderweb jasper, because spiderwebs are big, complex. They can be complex, but they usually catch things in there, and it's just a long thing there. So, okay, so with I have the 9 Hermit card in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So, one second, let me get these cards off. So, for you guys, what I'm seeing is that it's almost like you guys have been in this Hermit energy for much too long. And it's like, it's almost like a darker side. You're starting to see a darker side of yourself, or starting to feel more negative. I don't want to see a darker side of yourself. Like, I'm not sure how to phrase it. It's like, I feel like you've been feeling more like in this dark energy rather than light, like more negative, like getting self-consumed in negative thoughts, letting the like the depression, anxiety, letting that train run off, and then just getting really submerged in it, and not being able to really see what's going on, because it's like you're in it, you're in the thick of it, so you can't really like see it clearly. And then with the King of Swords and the 4 of Swords here, this is telling me that you definitely are in a time of rest and in a time of recovery, and any way that you want to take that term. So it's like mending your heart here, like also trying to figure out, I guess, like how to put together the rest of the pieces of your heart that aren't, it's almost like, so it's almost like with the 3 of Swords, right? Like, this is the next step, like resting after the heartbreak, but it's like taking a break after working so hard and this healing. You needed to take a rest and really like almost like look at everything that you have from all your vantage points and see what you still need to improve on, and what still needs healing, and what's still tender, what still hurts, essentially. If you heard a meow, that was just my cat, one of my cats. With the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, this makes me feel like you're feeling very stuck and very like this indecisive, stuck energy about work, or about like how your money flows. It's like feeling like your money isn't flowing, feeling like almost feeling like your own worst enemy when it comes to that. Like, that's kind of like what I was getting intuitively. What's up, Fluffy? I think he wants to join. But let's see. So any messages, so other messages from your future higher self. Sage, be devoted and committed. To me, this talks about being devoted and committed to your own goals and your own, keep getting this recovery aspect, whether this be recovery from addictions, from recovering from illness, recovering from dis-ease, or like, feeling discomfort, stress, anxiety, recovering from heartbreak, recovering from whatever it is. Be devoted and committed to yourself and to your own healing, and to getting your ducks in a row so that you can feel confident and secure, so that your root chakra feels nice and secure, because then your needs are met and you feel safe. It's like being devoted and committed to furthering your intuitive practice, or like your working on yourself, and really healing, and almost like undoing the spider web that you created around yourself, to protect yourself, because at this point, while that spider web was helpful at one point, at this point it's really detrimental, and you're actually suffering more for having the spider web up rather than dismantling it. So it's like being devoted and committed to slowly but surely getting the knots out of the spider web and dismantling it. So I'm going to get some messages from the Light Priestess Oracle. From your future and higher self. Oh, power over difficulty. I love this. Reclaiming your power. This is like what this Sage card is talking about. This is why no more wanted to come out from that deck, because this is a lot of energy here, a lot of messages that I can get from just these cards. Be devoted and committed to overcoming adversities and reclaiming your power, empowering yourself, and becoming more empowered in yourself by taking those actions to like continue in your recovery, continue in mending the heart, healing, and getting ready to take off, to like snip off, like take off this blindfold and let go of these this chatter in the head, which is in what I'm getting is like anxious thoughts, intrusive thoughts, anxieties about, and self-doubt, feeling like you're not good enough. And I feel like it's really important and necessary to be really committed and devoted to continue to go through this shadow work and finally take control over your life again, because I feel like the anxieties have become like this big scary monster that you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to, it's like you're being consumed by it, so you're becoming it rather than overcoming it. And it's like this need to be devoted and committed to reclaiming your power and empowering yourself to take yourself out of this not volcano, I don't know why I said volcano. Maybe you're close to like exploding at this point because of so much suppressed emotions and feelings, because I feel like this is something that happens a lot with you. I feel like you're shut down. Another darn, I hate when this happens. I forget my train of thought. I'm gonna get another message from the angels and the ancestors for you guys about really empowering yourselves and getting yourselves to this point, and like, I guess like an advice card. No, it's encouragement. There we go. Take note of intuitive messages, the moon. So this is really talking about listening to your gut feeling, not ignoring the little voice in the back of your head that tells you, which is your gut and your intuition, which is telling you important things, because you've learned how to shut down emotions. Emotions are really important and are danger signals or our green flags. You know, it lets us know what's okay and what's not okay. If something is sus or sketch, you know, then hey, odds are it is. And this is telling you to take note of them because they're important, and I feel like you dismiss them sometimes. So a card for like what you guys are consciously or unconsciously manifesting in your life right now. Let's see. The triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So I feel like this card talks about like accept. This is also like almost like the Trinity, you know, like the mother, the crone, the maiden, the God. How does it go? The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. It's just like the sacred Trinity, and I think that you're really opening up to receiving the signs that the universe sends and listening to the subtle energies that are the ways that they communicate to us. And they can be like your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, however, whatever resonates with you. But really, that's like what you're manifesting is like learning how to read the language of the universe. So I'm gonna pull one last card for you guys, and then I will move on. So let's see, new creation. Yeah, you guys are really wanting to create something new and innovate and really spark your joys to life, and it's a time to really step forward with that. And I think that again, being devoted and committed to this new creation is really gonna like allow you to joyfully learn life's lessons, because lessons will keep repeating themselves until they are learned. And so it's important to really take note of these intuitive messages so that you don't have to keep repeating the same cycles, and you can finally learn the lesson and come to a place of closure. So that's all I have for you guys for this reading. Thanks for listening, and if it resonated, please leave me a like or comment down below. It really helps me out, and it lets me know that I'm connecting with you guys, and it feels really great. So yeah, thanks for listening, and see you in the next one. Bye. Peace out. Hey, so last but not least, I have pile 3 with the high altitude amethyst point. The little twinny there. So this is a reading for messages from your future / higher self. Any messages that your future / higher self want to convey to you today. If you heard that, that was my neck cracking. Alright, so for pile 3, messages from their future / higher self. The Magician in reverse. Strength card. Okay. So with the Magician in reverse and the Strength card, I'm getting a sense that you're feeling drained, and you're feeling that like you have to muster all the strength that you have in order to continue striving day to day. And it's almost like at this point, it's almost like a feeling of like surviving, not thriving to an extent. I feel like this is in a certain part or like in a certain area of your life, or it could be overarching, but I feel like it's almost like you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to work on something, but it's taking a lot of strength and a lot of inner self-discipline and self-control and drive and motivation to really continue, because I feel like it's a very difficult process and it takes a lot of your strength in order to do this. And I feel like it's almost like you're transforming as a person, and you're transforming the way that you relate to others and the way that you go about your daily life, like changing your routines. I'm getting like really transforming your life. It's almost like this energy of like not forgetting who you were and like honoring where you come from, but moving forward, especially with this 5 of Cups in reverse. It's almost like she's I don't know, I feel like she's tired of like sitting in this pity pot essentially, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna start to take actions towards like moving forward and getting out of my funk. But it's a little bit of a feeling of like, but how, because it's almost like feeling stuck in the whirlwind of it, in a cyclone, really in the middle of it. And so it's like you can't see it very clearly. Sorry, I thought I dropped a card. I didn't. They're forever flying out. All right, any other tarot messages? All right, so we're gonna move on to the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to get further messages from your future / higher self. I feel like you guys really don't take the time to take a breather or a break, or like relax. You know, it's almost like always go, 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 Energizer Bunny, go, go, go. And I think this is why it's like taking all of your strength to be able to get through things, because like you're unable to manifest things or use your resources as easily because you're like stuck in the whirlwind of it. If you see in these two images, there's this whirlwind in both of them, this cyclone type thing at the top of the cards. So that's definitely a message there. Like you're feeling like you're in the maelstrom of it. Be the light, White Witch. It's like, remember who you are. Remember that you are this strong, resilient individual, and that you are a beacon of light to many, many people. Whether you realize it or not, whether you believe it or not, you do bring almost like inspiration, hope to others, or like, you know, you just really help illuminate people. I feel like you help people find the missing puzzle pieces that they wouldn't have been able to find otherwise, because you are able to provide that light that illuminates the darkest corner so that they can see that missing puzzle piece in the darkest corner. That's beautiful. And there we have that butterfly or moth, which is also symbolic of transformation. Here we have Pile 2 had this one too, so maybe you might want to watch that. Sage, be devoted and committed. To me, this is also speaking about being devoted and committed to your self-love practice and your self-care rituals. And even if you like to work with herbs or candles, work with your ancestors, have an altar, really be committed to it, and devote yourself to yourself in the sense that you're ever expanding. So you're always learning new things. You're expanding your horizons. Really I'm just getting expansion, you know. You're really devote yourself to getting to growing your light. All right, so any other messages for Pile 3 from this particular angels and ancestors? Move beyond ancestral patterns. So this talks about not repeating behaviors, not repeating patterns of thinking and of relating to other people and to the world, because that was what was modeled to you. That's what was passed down from generation to generation. And essentially, it's time to really be the revolutionary in your family and in your generational line, and stop like not inheriting, because you've inherited it already, and it's like your job to transmute it and not pass it on to your future offspring or children. Sorry, I don't even know how to say that. Descendants. Essentially, like showing them a new, better way that is more effective and healthier, because I feel like all of us as a collective are moving on from, or trying to move on from, these old ways of being that just don't work anymore. So we're going to get some messages from the Light Priestess Oracle, from your higher and future self. Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. This is a beautiful card. Again, this almost reiterates the rest of the reading. It's like you've been through so much and your soul radiates. Again, be the light, soul radiance. Like you are a literal beacon of light to so many souls, so many people. And I'm getting like, that's why also there's a need to learn more about what your spiritual beliefs are, and like more about it, and how to do some of the things to protect your energy too. And being really devoted and committed to learning these things, and almost like writing them down. And like, let's say that you like to make herbal blends of things, write the recipes down, write down what they're for, what each herb is being used for, and then write down the steps, like almost like a literal like science lab report. It's I want to say homogenizing, but it's like putting together the like scientific and the spiritual, where it's like you're studying this to become this phoenix rising, because you are a phoenix rising, and it's like, it's so inspirational, and it's like time to fly, essentially time to spread your wings and fly. Like if that song Fly by Hilary Duff, you might want to look into it. Maybe some of the lyrics have a message for you. It's a beautiful song, but that was what came what came to my mind when I was talking about this Soul Radiance card. Let's see, any other messages? So we have telepathy, transmission, perception, and communication. Again, it's like, I don't know if I said this for you guys, but you are also very intuitive, and have lots of wisdom, especially with the elder showing up here as well. And then the magician being over there in the tarot spread. It's like, you have that ability, but it's like you've got to almost like overcome this obstacle, this hurdle, to be able to really do that final push out of the ashes and rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Okay, so a final message I'm going to get for you guys is essentially what you guys are manifesting, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, into your life. So we've got quite a few there. Actually, just a couple. But here we have healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Again, I definitely see this as like, this is a time for you to heal. This is a time for you to really look at the shadow aspects, to look at your inner demons, the things that really trigger you, and work through them. And with the star, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. So it's like, I just noticed this is like number 22 here, which adds up to 4, which is like a stable foundation. It's like healing. Let's say that like your heart or your life or whatever, I don't mean to say whatever, I'm just trying to figure out words, is like the foundation of a house, right? So right now that foundation isn't very strong because it was poorly built, or there are new protocols, new guidelines for safety, and it's like, it's time to renovate and to rebuild it. So it's like taking the time right now to truly heal the mind, the body, and the soul, which is your foundation, to have a strong foundation that can withstand and uphold all of your life and your responsibilities and your livelihood and what you want to do, so that you have a strong foundation that so even when tower moments strike or things happen, they don't hit you as hard. You're ready for them, and you're able to handle it much easier and more in stride. So yeah, actually I feel like I'm gonna get one more card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, and then I'm gonna wrap up this reading. One last card, Spirit please for pile 4. Actually, I'm gonna take this one because it's definitely wanting to come out. Oh, the Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Definitely time for this deep inner healing where you're getting down to the dirty nitty gritty. Like, have you ever heard of the show Dirty Jobs? Like, where he like goes and does the jobs that nobody wants to do because they're really gross. It's like, this is the type of work that needs to happen, the type of healing that needs to happen to really step into this, be the light that you're meant to be, and the shapeshifter that you're meant to be, because you have so many gifts to give to the world. And it's like, the world needs you, and the world needs your light and your energy to kind of continue to be this phoenix rising. And I feel like you really have the ability to help people rebuild themselves and really come to a place where they feel good again and they're healing. I feel like you're healing yourself in order to help heal others. And that is a beautiful, beautiful mission. I didn't mean to say mission, but maybe that's like your life's purpose. But I meant to say message. But yeah, so if you guys like this, if anything resonated, please let me know. Drop down a comment, leave a like. And yeah, I really appreciate you all for watching, and I want to thank all of our ancestors, our guides, God and the Holy Spirit and the Most High and all the deities and all of our loved ones for helping us with these messages, and also on our everyday showing up for us through synchronicities and through other people, just showing that they're really still with us and that we are supported, loved, protected, and guided. So I wish you all love, light, and blessings and health, and see you all in the next one. Bye.